Hi guys, today we are going to be taking care of this table right behind me. If you've been following me for a while, you've seen this table before. We brought it with us from our old house and it was our dining room table. Now it is in a breakfast nook and I still love the table. Like I love the shape of it and everything. You can't see it for the chairs, I'll show you in a little bit. And it's a great size, but the black is not doing it for me anymore. I recently redid my bar stool chairs and this is the fabric that I chose. I actually just posted a video on that, so I'll link it below if you want to see it, how I did it. But if you see this pretty blue and white fabric, I want the table to coordinate with this. So a while back I redid these chairs. I got these off of Facebook Marketplace. They were in kind of rough shape, but I thought that they would look really pretty in this breakfast nook and I'm very happy with the way those turned out. But the white kind of goes with the blue and white, but now I want this table to match that blue and white fabric. So I picked up some paint. We are going to sand it first, just the top really, and then scuff up the rest because I have like dings and things that I want to kind of get out of it. And then we're gonna work on changing the color and I'll show you exactly how I do it. Okay, here you can see the shape of the table a little bit better, but I really like the detail of this table. It was not an expensive table. I've had it for a very long time, so I don't mind painting it, but I do like the size and the shape, so we're gonna go ahead and make this look a little bit better for my new breakfast room. Okay, so sanding is done. As you saw, I wiped it down. That's important. There's a plane going overhead, sorry about that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do primer first. I'm gonna do 2 coats. This is what I'm using, Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch 2x Ultra Cover Flat White Primer. It's just kind of a general primer. It says to let it dry 24 hours, but it also says to do the second coat within the first hour. So I'm gonna do 1 coat, let it sit for maybe 30 minutes and just go ahead and do the second coat. And then we're gonna let that sit for 24 hours before we go to paint. It's day 2 now. It's been 24 hours since I did the primer, so it is completely dry. We're ready to paint. I realized when I was priming in the first place, a friend of mine came over and chatted with me and I was gonna turn the camera off and realized I wasn't actually recording. So sorry about that. I didn't record like the first layer of the primer going on, but that's okay because you saw the second one. So I'll show you what it looks like right now. There was a couple of spots where it dripped, like where I got a little heavy-handed, especially with the second bottle. For whatever reason, the spray sprayed differently out of both bottles. So the second one came out like more. So like I had a couple of drips, but I went ahead and just like sanded those down very lightly with 240 grit sandpaper. So I would do that and then also feel across your piece just to make sure there's nothing in it. Since mine was sitting outside, I had a little bit of debris while it's drying, but you can sand that right off, just light sand. So I went ahead and did that. Now we're gonna go ahead and paint. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna use. actually real fast, I wanted to show you what the table looks like. So you can still see a little bit of the black sort of underneath because it was spray paint. It's very hard to get an even coat unless you do like a million coats. But I did 2 really good coats, and that will be perfect for the blue paint that's gonna go on top. Basically, I just wanna hide the black and make sure that the blue can go on evenly. So that is what it looks like. I'll show you what we're gonna use. This Benjamin Moore semi-gloss interior paint and primer. I did semi-gloss because I want that durable, wipeable finish when it comes to my furniture. This is a table. I'm gonna be wiping it all the time because we're gonna eat at it. So I needed that to be durable, which is why I got the semi-gloss. The other thing I'm going to add to it is Floetrol. This just helps eliminate brush strokes and roller marks, as it says. It helps level it. So when you're painting furniture, you want a smooth finish. Unless you're gonna spray it, you should probably add some Floetrol to your paint. So we're gonna do that now. The directions say 1 cup per gallon. Since I have a quart, I'm gonna use more like a 1/4 cup. Less is more, so start with less because you can always add, because you can basically add twice that much. So I could add a 1/2 cup to my quart. So I'm just gonna start and kind of fill it. I'm not measuring. It's been 3 days since I painted. I didn't have to wait that long. It's just I was out of town for a couple of days. Normally I probably would have just waited 24 hours. We're gonna go ahead and do a coat of polyurethane. I need this table to be very durable. It is gonna be our everyday table. It is where we're going to eat basically all of our dinners, and I need it to be something that I can wipe very easily, and I want the paint to last. So I'll show you what I'm using. Okay guys, we have done our first coat of polyurethane. I'm actually only gonna do 1 coat on the bottom here, just because there's no reason to do more than 1. It's not going to get used. The top is what is. So I'm gonna lightly sand what I did, and then I'm gonna do a 2nd coat of polyurethane just so I make sure it gets good and coated and will be very durable for use.